So, oh my goodness. New McCartney release on the horizon. Is it one we need? No. Is it one we asked for? No. Is it the one we thought was being teased? Still no. So what is it? I'm sure we've all heard about it on YouTube because I am, again, late to the party, but I think I have an alternate angle that I haven't seen anyone else take yet that I would like to break down that I thought was really obvious. And one half of it I'm starting to see people jump on today, but the other half, I think I've got an angle here. So anyway, the self-titled Wings collection. It's basically just a compilation of the best of Wings. Do we need it? No. Did we want it? No. But are we the target demographic for it? Definitely not. And the packaging says it all. So, I mean, I'll get into the different versions, I'll get into the track list later, but let me talk about the packaging first, because I found it very interesting, because to me, it was blatantly obvious what was going on here, like within seconds of looking at it, because if you have even the tiniest hint of anything, of any kind of knowledge of marketing and color psychology, there's a whole story here that's being told without saying a single word to you. So, as you'll notice across all of the merch, the cover, depending which version we're looking at, sometimes it's green and pink, sometimes it's black and white. We're going to delve into all of those colors, but what really grabs your eye is that green and pink. And that, to me, told me, okay, target demographic is youth, because it's a very basic design, right? Big blocky letters, blank background, blank blocky letters. Lime green, magenta. It's that traditional watermelon combo. Which, I mean, I'm not knocking it. That's actually one of my favorite color combos. But when you see that in marketing, it means it's being targeted at youth. Always, basically, no exceptions to that rule unless somebody's really clueless and didn't know what they're doing. But if they're in marketing, they know what they're doing. And given what this is, that makes sense, because who would be the only demographic who might not already have everything that's on here? The kids just getting into Paul. Now, what is that cover giving? At least the pink and green version of it anyway. It's giving punk. It's giving Nevermind the Bullocks. It's giving Sex Pistols. It's giving Charlie XCX. It's giving Brat Summer. It's like a very, like, you know it when you see it. You know it subconsciously that this color combo goes with youth. This color combo goes with counterculture, which, I mean, to be a kid coming up today, getting into McCartney, that kind of is, in and of itself, a counterculture. A little bit. I mean, not as much so as, say, like, punks, but I mean, it is like a rejection of the status quo of pop music and stuff. It is what it is. So, alright. It goes deeper than that, though. Because, yes, people are talking about that. If I'd been faster on this, I might have been the first, but that's okay. Because the color psychology of each color, none of this is accident, because if you know anything about marketing, every color, and I mean, I could go way deeper into the weeds than I'm going to here, because I don't think anybody cares this much, but I'll give you basically the TLDR version of it. Every shade of every color has specific color psychology behind it. Every shade of every color has positive and negative traits to them. Sometimes there's traits on both sides of that line that apply. Sometimes it's all towards one. Sometimes it's all towards the other. It depends on how that color was used. And if it was used in an appropriate way or a not so appropriate way, sometimes lends itself to which has more visual weight in those traits. Now, a lot of times you would subconsciously pick up on these traits, not necessarily consciously, but we've been so conditioned because of marketing and advertising that we've seen our whole lives that on some level in the back of our minds, we recognize it when we see it. So let's take into account this specific shade of green that's used. It's not quite lime green, it's a little bit darker, it's almost a slime green, which is a very disaffected shade of green. Now, I mean, there's some positive traits that can go with that shade of green. I mean, there's like, it can stand for health. I don't think that has anything to do with this. It can stand for hope. It can stand for freshness. can stand for nature. I mean, that might be like about the only thing. You might have a little bit of something. I mean, first Wings album was wildlife, was it not? Can stand for growth, can stand for prosperity, adventure, competitiveness. On the negative side, and this isn't an all-inclusive list, this is, again, just like TLDR version, but I could go deeper if anybody cares that much. It suggests boredom, stagnation, envy, greed, blandness, debilitation. I mean, apart from that last one, all of those feel very fitting for what this release is. It's pretty boring. It is kind of stagnating. We haven't seen anything like genuinely new from Paul in a while here, right? The envy. Note the language in a lot of the marketing I've seen so far about this release. Especially like if you're signed up for Paul's email text list, he point blank referred to it as a Wings anthology. That was not an accident. He squeaked in before the Beatles anthology. It's like, okay, I see what you're doing, but that's kind of hilarious that you're in competition with yourself against yourself. But okay, whatever. Go off, Paul. You do you. I mean, if you can bring in that kind of money, wouldn't you do the same? I mean, I'm not knocking the hustle. I am just calling out what I observe through the color psychology. So that's just on that particular shade of green on that sideline. Now let's look at the magenta. You see that color pink, you think Barbie. Barbie evokes a very specific type of lifestyle, right? Like it's imaginative, passionate, caring, creative, innovative, quirky. On the negative side, it can be decadent, it can be excess, it can be moodiness, it can be flightiness. I mean, you think Barbie, you think blonde, aka dumb blonde. It all goes in there, right? And it's again, just scratching the most basic surface level. Like, I could go way further in depth with it than this, okay? So, those are like the main colors your eye is seeing when you look at any of the merch for this. So, those hold the most visual weight. So, basically, even just based on those two colors alone, the story it is telling you through the marketing, Paul McCartney is banking on you being young, dumb, and willing to throw away money like it's going out of style to pad his greedy pockets. I'm sorry if that sounds like I'm drinking haterade. I'm not meaning to at all. I'm just telling you what the marketing says through color psychology. Now, if we look at the black and white images, I mean, we could even include gray if you want to, but I mean, let's just keep it simplified to black and white. White can represent innocence and purity, cleanliness, pristineness, simplicity. It can also be sterile and empty and plain, cautious, distant. It can mean all kinds of things. It can be serious, confident, decisive. It can mean all kinds of things. Now, on that negative side of the line, the sterile, empty, distant, those all feel fitting for this release. And same with black, because, okay, on the positive side of the line, you have sophistication, you have security, you have power, elegance, authority, substance. On the negative side, you have oppression, coldness, menace. Okay, I don't think he's being a menace, but a heaviness, and evil. I don't think he's being evil. Mourning, which would make sense. I mean, given most of Wings is dead at this point. Denny Lane just died, what, like last year or the year before, somewhere in there? Would make sense. So you combine all four of those colors together in the marketing, and it makes perfect frigging sense that they marketed it the way that they are. And those are really the only colors you are seeing across this. Like even in the colored vinyl versions, you have a clear one, a green one, and a pink one. The slip mats, green and pink. The t-shirt, white background. The album cover itself, white background with black and white images in the word Wings. Like, it's very curated and very intentional. And that's why I'm like, he is definitely telling you a story here that, like I already said, he's banking on the young and dumb, throwing money at it to line his pockets. But also that this is a very uninspired, basic bitch set. So, I just thought it was an interesting angle I hadn't seen anybody else talk about yet, but things like that aren't lost on me, and anyone who studies the psychology of marketing could have clocked that in 2 seconds. Now, let us go into what is actually in this set. And then, if you've already heard this, that's okay, but I still have a theory for the end of the video, so don't tune out. So the album itself, let's pull up, just for simplicity, the Blu-ray collection version. It's still 2 discs, but like the track listing, it's very uninspired, it's very basic, but it's like on disc 1 you get Band on the Run, Hi Hi Hi, Silly Love Songs, Letting Go, 1985, Live and Let Die, Mammonia, Junior's Farm, Helen Wheels, Some People Never Know, Let 'Em In, Get on the Right Thing, Jet, My Love, and Call Me Back Again. Whereas disc 2 has Getting Closer, Listen to What the Man Said, I've Had Enough, Love is Strange, London Town, Arrow Through Me, Venus and Mars, Rock Show, She's My Baby, Bluebird, Deliver Your Children, Let Me Roll It, Mull of Kintyre, Wildlife, Sea Moon, With a Little Luck, Soily, and Good Night Tonight. So basically, more or less, a greatest hits of Wings with like some extra deeper cuts thrown in there from things like Wildlife that most people kind of sleep on, which, okay, that makes sense to kind of throw those in, especially when he's already done archive editions. Hint, hint for my theory at the end. He's already done archive editions of most of these albums, so they're already ready to go as is. Like, even the version of Soily is from like the One Hand Clapping sessions, which got its release last year. There is nothing new to be had here. This is all stuff you've got before. Probably in duplicate, triplicate, quadruplicate, many times over. So those of us who've been fans a long time, we don't need this. We are not the target demographic. But people would make the argument, well, if it's targeted for the young, why is it priced the way it is? Simple, because the teenagers who don't already have this stuff that might want to have this stuff have parents who do have money, or the ones who have jobs. Their entire income is disposable if they're a teenager. They have no real responsibilities yet, so they are the perfect people to target this for. It makes perfect damn sense when you look at it through that lens, right? So the different versions that are on offer, there's like the 3 LP colored vinyl edition that also comes with the t-shirt. That's $144, not counting tax or shipping. Yeah. There's the 1 LP edition that's got like the dual tone slip mat, $52. They've got the 3 LP limited edition colored vinyl version, $115. There's the 3 LP just normal black vinyl, $100. We've got the 3 LP collection that I don't know what the difference is between this and the limited edition one. Wait, yes I do. There's like some stickers that are included with the other one. This one does not. But they both seem to come with a poster. But the regular one, $80 versus $100 because you wanted a sticker sheet. Okay. Then there's the 2 CD collection, that one's $25. There's the Blu-ray collection, which is like the same thing but on Blu-ray discs for some unknown reason, $27. Note, with the Blu-ray collection, that is audio only. There is no visuals with that, because look at the wording on the CD collection versus this one, it's the same thing. So the visuals they're talking about the booklet. They are not talking about there being a video with it. There is no mention of there being videos here. None at all. And given that it's only a $2 difference, you're going to be disappointed if you go into it expecting that. So keep that in mind. There's also the single LP version that's on 180 gram black vinyl. That one's $30. There's a 1 CD version, $14. There's the t-shirt alone for $40. The slip mat alone for $25. The watercolor postcard set of 10 for $20. And a dual tone coaster set for $30. The saddest part, that coaster set is probably the only thing that is visually appealing out of all of it. The watercolor postcard set. I mean, you can see the likeness, but stylistically, it leaves a lot to be desired, and I would argue that isn't even watercolor, that's gouache. And Paul McCartney, who went to art school, should know that. Those who don't know art, well, gouache is basically the love child of acrylic and watercolor together, because it behaves like watercolor with the opacity of acrylic. You're welcome, you learned another thing today. Anyway, It's sloppily done. It looks like somebody just cranked this out really fast. The Wings logo for it is so sloppy. It looks like a first grader could have done a better job. This really looks like it got thrown together haphazardly, just shoddily. There's no real heart behind it. They just wanted another thing to cash grab with, which, I mean, yeah, everything is a cash grab at the end of the day, but this more egregiously so than most. So, again, most of us do not need this, have no interest in it. That's fine. Those who want it, knock yourselves out. I could care less, but I am just pointing out that, yeah, this is... There's a comparison to be made against Wingspan from like 20 years ago. It's not identical. Despite the title, you would assume Wingspan would be the ones that is specifically just the story of Wings and nothing else, right? But that more was a McCartney solo career kind of a project. It wasn't strictly Wings, despite the title. But I do find it interesting that Wingspan has been removed from Amazon ever since this got announced. It's like he wants to bury that one so y'all forget about it and buy this one. Thankfully, I already have the DVD, CD, and the book of that, but oh, right, I forgot. There's also that McCartney, Band on the Run book that he's putting out, I think next month or the month after. Also Wings-centric, ties in with this. That at least makes some kind of sense, although again, we already had a Wingspan book, but that was more of a photography book, so, alright, have at it, do your worst. I'm at least interested in the book. Then there's the Man on the Run documentary. It's like, yeah, we're really mirroring the whole trajectory of Wingspan, but making this one Wings-centric. And just titling it Wings, it's just like, alright, Paul, you do you. You do you. Now, where my theory comes in. Everybody who made videos on this already were just like, we thought we were finally getting the archive edition of London Town and Back to the Egg. Pause. Take a breath. This does not mean we're not getting those. Because you'll notice there is now merch for both London Town and Back to the Egg on the site. And they seem to follow the same merch pattern as those that came alongside the other archive editions. I, in my heart of hearts, believe we're still getting those, especially since there was like an archive of unreleased tracks from London Town that were discovered earlier this year. Which would make sense why there's more merch for a London Town, so I think, realistically, that is the one. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think realistically, that is the one we will get first. And if we only get one of them, that's the one I would put my money on, that's going to be the one that's going to happen. So that's cool. Alright, just like, hang in there. We don't know when. We don't know timelines. We don't know if it'll be this year. I wouldn't hold your breath on it being this year. There's only a few months left. He's really pushing this thing. Fine, whatever. My bet is on next year. Could be wrong, don't call me out on it if I am. Back to the Egg gets a little trickier, but the fact that he added merch for it on his site is of interest, especially since when he first added it, you couldn't find it by just casually browsing through his store. You had to manually type in Back to the Egg and London Town to even find those. So it's like, they're setting up for something. And I'm pretty sure it's the archive collections. So, I mean, maybe I'm naive, maybe it's wishful thinking, but I truly believe that is what is going on there. So that's my theory. Take it or leave it. But my take on this Wing set, skip it if you're an older time fan. If you're a younger fan who's excited about it, cool, get it. If you're a collector who's really into it for whatever reason, knock yourself out. Who am I to tell you what to do? But I think most of us are looking at this going, why? Just, why? But then again, that's because we're not the target demographic, and that's okay. So, those are my thoughts. Take them or leave them. And as usual, you guys know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead, give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload, leave comments down below. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my eBay, my Reddits, everything and more. It's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel, you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Get your name on the end card for a month from the time of donating. Anyway, guys, until next time, see ya.